I'm going to share with you exactly how you can start your own profitable Shopify dropshipping store step by step. And if you watch all the way through, by the end of this video, you'll have your own Shopify store set up and ready to go so that you can start making sales. My student made over $10,000 in just 1 month following this strategy that I'm about to share with you for free in this video, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Now let's move on to the most important step when starting a dropshipping business, which is figuring out what product to sell. Personally, I would much rather sell a product that will be in demand for the next 3 to 5 years at least. That way I can actually build a long-term brand. There will always be products that come and go, but why would you want to sell a product that will eventually die? That's definitely not a good business plan, so focus on selling a product that can do well long-term. A product that solves a problem is always great because it's something that people will always need. For example, this portable makeup box is a great product to sell. It has a ton of demand and it's always going to be needed. It solves a huge problem as it allows you to do your makeup anywhere on the go, which is extremely convenient. Now, you need to understand that marketing is extremely important if you want your business to thrive. The easiest way you can get sales is if you can figure out how to create viral videos with your product. There are some products out there that are much easier to create viral videos with and some that aren't so easy. I recommend you try to find something that you know you can create a bunch of cool videos with. For example, you could create a bunch of viral videos with this hair eraser. As you can see, their TikToks have a ton of views. Lastly, you want to make sure your product has a good profit margin. Try to sell your product for 2 to 3 times more than the price you purchase it for. Now, I want to share a product that I found on TikTok with you. This is an example of an excellent product. It's a facial razor for women. It solves a problem and it's a product that you can sell long term since it's always going to be in demand. And importantly, you can create viral videos with this product. This brand has built a large following and has a loyal community. They've done a great job at building a long-term brand, and that is exactly what you want to do. This is personally the approach that I would take. Now let's move on and talk about how you can actually find good products to sell. The first and most efficient way is to use a software that finds winning products for you. This will save you a ton of time as you don't have to spend hours and hours scrolling on social media. A great software you can use to find winning products is AutoDS. Not only will you use this to find winning products, but you can also use this as your supplier, which is ideal. In order to use AutoDS, you'll first need to create a Shopify account. So click on the link in the description of this video where it says free Shopify trial, and now you can create your Shopify store for just $1 a month for the next 3 months. This is honestly an amazing deal. Now go ahead and insert your email here. Start free trial. Okay, perfect. Now your Shopify store is created. Now what I want you to do is click here on select a plan, and you want to pick your Shopify plan, and I would just go with the basic plan. And then it's only going to cost you $1 a month for the next 3 months, which is an amazing deal. So go ahead and just add your payment information. I'm going to pay with PayPal. Okay, now you just have to click on subscribe. Okay, perfect. Now you have your Shopify free trial set up. The next step is we want to add AutoDS to our store. So go to the description of this video, and where it says AutoDS, click on that link, and now you can start your free trial with AutoDS. So go ahead and input your information. Here you want to sell on Shopify, and now you want to start your 30-day free trial. It's up to you if you want to start with this one or this one. Personally, I would just go ahead with this one and just go ahead and input your payment information. Okay, now you're in AutoDS and it's going to ask you to connect your Shopify store. So go ahead and do that. You're going to be redirected here. So install, log in to your Shopify account, install app. So go to AutoDS. Okay, perfect. Now you can start using AutoDS to find winning products. So under Marketplace, click on Winning Products. Okay, perfect. Now we can look through a ton of winning products. This feature is going to save you a ton of time because now you don't actually have to go scroll on social media because they have all the data here for you. So I recommend looking through all these products and finding something you like. For example, this product right here, I've actually seen it all over TikTok and I think it's doing pretty well. And honestly, all these products are pretty solid. There's some good options here if you want to check them out. A lot of these products I've actually seen do well on TikTok, and so I know a lot of them are good products. What you can also do is click here on TikTok Spy, and it's actually going to show you viral TikTok videos, and a lot of these videos have winning products. I also want to share another way you can find winning products. This is one of my favorite ways as well. So what you want to do is go and search TikTok Creative Center, click on this link. Now scroll down, and where it says top ads, click on view more. And here you can actually look through the top performing TikTok ads. So what I recommend you do here is just get rid of any region, then click objective and then put conversions. And now look through all the videos here. You're gonna find a ton of cool products. A lot of them are dropshipping products, some of them aren't, but as you can see, a lot of the ones here are dropshipping products. And what I noticed is a lot of the products I see here were also on AutoDS. Okay, so a cool product I found here is this heated lash curler. I also saw this in the AutoDS winning product section, and I do think this is actually a really good product to sell. It solves a huge problem, it's in demand, and you can sell it long term. I personally would buy this product, and I know it's a good product. I've seen it all over TikTok, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and actually sell this product on my store. And if you're not really sure if your product's actually good, I recommend searching for it on TikTok, and if you see a ton of people making videos about it and a lot of the videos have gone viral, like this one has over 2.3 million views, that's how you know it's a good product. There's so much demand for it, people are talking about it. So yeah, this is a great product to sell, and I'm gonna go ahead and sell this on my Shopify store. Okay, so before I actually find the heated lash curler on AutoDS, I wanna show you something really cool that you can do with this platform. So let's say you find a product and you like it, go ahead and click on it. And something really cool is they give you this product analysis section. So here it's gonna tell you how much the product is selling for and how much you can potentially make. It even tells you the target audience, and it also shows you a Facebook ad, and this store is selling this product. And you can even see the seller website and use it for your reference. I think this is really handy. It's always nice to see another store selling your product successfully because it now tells you that you can also sell the product successfully. Another cool thing about AutoDS, if you click back here on Marketplace and you click here on fast shipping, it will show you fast shipping products. A lot of these products ship within 2 business days, as you can see. A lot of customers complain about shipping times, so this is no longer going to be an issue. Anyways, now I'm going to go back to Marketplace and just search for my heated lash curler. Okay, there's a ton of options here. I'm going to look through them and see one that I like that has fast shipping time and is actually a good price. Okay, so after looking through a few different options, I found this one. The reason I like this one is because it's actually pretty cheap and shipping time is 10 to 13 business days, which is not too bad at all. So I'm going to click on import draft. Okay, now if you click here on the draft section, what you want to do is just click on import, and it's actually going to send the product to your Shopify store. Okay, now once it gets sent to your Shopify store, you will see this here. So click now on products, and as you can see now, you are selling the product on your Shopify store. So it's not going to cost you much, only about $3 to sell this product, which is ideal. All right, now let's say a customer comes on your Shopify store and they purchase this product. Well, you can go to the order section here and their order is going to show up. And basically AutoDS is going to auto fulfill the order for you, and they're going to send it directly to your customer. You can even ask for a quote and get much better shipping time with AutoDS. And so you're literally done and the customer now gets the product. Using AutoDS makes dropshipping very simple. You no longer have to work with other suppliers on AliExpress, which is a huge headache. But anyways, now we want to go back to our Shopify store. Now on your Shopify store, just make sure you refresh it and then click on products. Okay, perfect. Now you see your product here from AutoDS. So let's click on it. Okay, and here we obviously have to do a lot of customization. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove everything in this section. Also going to remove this, and it's your choice if you want to use the images that AutoDS gives, but I prefer to use my own images. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all the images here. And what I recommend you do for this section is actually go on your competitor stores and see what they've put, because you want to use them as a reference. Usually what I do is just take what they have and change it up a bit and make it better in my own way. For example, I found this store selling my product and I like what they've done, so I think I'm going to use them as a reference. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and just customize this, and I'll be back and show you what I've done. Okay, now I'm finally done in this section. So first thing I did was added a title. This is just the name of the product. What I did is I actually called it Lashified Heated Curler. So you're probably thinking, where did I get Lashified from? So I'm actually going to make my store name Lashified, so it makes sense to call my product that. Then I added a very brief description here. I pretty much just used my competitors' descriptions as a reference. I really just explained a summary of the product, what it does, and here I made sure to put a hook. So if you want, go ahead and read this and just kind of use it as an example for your own store. Then what I did here is added high quality images. I found a lot of these images on my competitor sites. What I recommend you do later on in the future is actually create your own images, but when you're first starting out, it's okay. You can just use images from Google or wherever else. Okay, now here we have to add different variants of the product. So there are different colors of this product, but I prefer to just sell the black one. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the variants here. delete variants. Okay, so now that I've deleted the variants, this is what it looks like. So now we have to put the pricing. So what I recommend you do for pricing is actually look at your competitor sites. I found that a lot of my competitors were selling this for anywhere from $20 to $40, but I want to keep mine on the lower end, so I'm going to sell it for $19.99. And the cost per item is only $3.28, so that's a pretty good profit margin, as you can see. I'm going to uncheck charge tax on this product just because I don't recommend you get into tax now, and I'll talk more about that later. As for compare at price, what I recommend you do is actually put a price that's at least $10 more than this price. This just tells the customer that you've reduced the price of the product, and so they're getting a better deal. All right, now here where it says inventory, again, you don't have to worry about that since that's all auto DS. Now scroll down where it says this is a physical product. You don't really have to put the weight since, again, auto DS deals with that. Just make sure everything on this page looks good, and if it does, go ahead and save it. Now what I want you to do is come to online store. All right, so the theme on our store is Dawn. I think this one's actually a great theme, so I don't really feel the need to add one from here. So now click on customize, and now we can go ahead and customize our store. So up here, I want you to click on products, then default product, and now it's going to bring us to the product page. Now we still have to do a few things on this page, so it looks okay right now, but again, it does need some customizing. So first thing I want you to do is click here on add section. Then I want you to click on collapsible content. As you can see, this area here is great for frequently asked questions. Usually when you're selling something, customers have a ton of questions, and so you want to make sure you add all of them here. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a few things here, and just so you know how you kind of do this is you click on each row, as you can see, and in each row you can pretty much just customize it and add whatever you want. For example, here, let's say you want to add the refund policy, you can do that. So for the first one, I'm going to put how to use. I know a lot of people are going to be curious on how to use this product, so I'm going to make sure I add that information in here. All right, so I pretty much just put a quick summary of how you can use the product. Again, you can find all this information on your competitor sites or just on the AutoDS website. Now I can add a few other frequently asked questions, and if you're not sure what to put for your frequently asked questions, what I actually recommend you do again is go on your competitor's site, see what they're putting. They usually do have something like this on their site, and they address the most important questions and concerns that customers need to know, and so you can just get that information from them. But I'm going to go ahead and fill this out with my own information. And again, if you want to add another one, you can just click right here and it just adds as many as you like. All right, so I'm done here, and I pretty much just highlighted the important information that customers want to know. And I found a lot of this information on my competitor sites, like I said before. So what I did was I put how to use it, product details, benefits, tips, worldwide shipping, and return policy. So I actually think it's very important that everyone put the worldwide shipping and the refund policy because that's something customers always want to know. So for worldwide shipping, if you're using AutoDS, most likely you have the free worldwide shipping or whatever else. It really depends on the product, but if you have the free worldwide shipping, then I would put that. Regardless, when you're drop shipping, you just want to offer free shipping anyways because usually customers don't like when they have to pay for shipping, and usually you're going to get a lower conversion rate because of that. Now for the refund policy, I always put a 30-day refund policy. If you don't have this, a lot of the time people are hesitant on buying the product. And honestly, you won't get too many refunds as long as it's a good product. So that's just what I put for this section. Now, as you can see for the other sections, I did put some important details. Now, one thing I want you to do is just click here, and then you want to just change this and put FAQ. All right, so this looks good now. We can go ahead and save it. Now, I do want to add a few more images here of the product and just kind of highlight what it does. So I'm going to click add section. I'm going to click here on collage, and I'm just going to remove this and this because I just want to add an image of the product or what it does. All right, so I found this picture on Google, and it's just a before and after, and I think it's good. It just highlights what the product does. Again, you don't have to do this on your own store, but it's just kind of an example. I'm going to go ahead and just add one more image as well. All right, I like the way this looks, and I'm just going to go click on this and then remove the text since I don't need it. And I do want this to be above the FAQ section. All right, so this is how my homepage looks right now. I think it looks pretty good, and there are a few things I just want to do up here. So where it says my store right there, you want to go ahead and just remove that. So right here, remove. And where it says buy buttons, personally, I prefer to just remove this just so you can have one clean button that says add to cart. And here for share, I just want to remove that. And then back here on product information. So here, what I like to usually do is just click on thumbnail. I just think this looks cleaner. And now I'm just going to go ahead and save this. All right, I think this actually looks pretty clean. So one more thing I want you to do is scroll down here where it says footer, click on add block, click menu, and just leave it like this for right now. This obviously is blank, but later on there will be some stuff here. Now just remove this text here. Now save. You also want to remove this payment icon here. So just click on it. Then on here you want to scroll down, then uncheck this, and let's save the page. Now I want you to come here where it says theme settings, and now we're going to do a few different things here. First thing I want you to do is click here on logo. And so yes, you have to create your store logo. Now if you don't already know what you want your store name to be, make sure you go ahead and think of something, get creative. For me, my store name is going to be Lashified. And now I'm going to show you step by step how you can create your own logo. Now, in order to create your logo, you do have to use the website Canva. So if you go to the description of this video, you're going to see a link where it says Canva free 30-day trial. So go ahead and click on that link. And so what you want to do is just start your free trial here. Obviously, you can cancel it later on if you don't need it. So obviously, I already have Canva, so I'm good, but you would just go ahead and fill your information here. Okay, so in your Canva account, the first thing you want to do, click on create a design, click on custom size, and do 800 by 200. Create new design. Okay, perfect. Now you can go ahead and create your logo. I'm going to make this very simple. You can use your competitors as an example if you want. I'm going to add text here. I'm just going to write Lashified here. All right, this is what I have so far. I'm going to make it as large as I possibly can so it can fit the page. Now I'm just going to center it. All right, now I can keep this text or I can change it if I want. There's a lot of cool text on Canva you can use to spice things up. Honestly, I'm just going to stick with the Canva sans. It looks good in my opinion. I'll just make it bold. Now I'm going to add the color, and I think I'm just going to go with this color. I might make it a little bit darker though, so that's perfect. All right, there's my logo. I know it's very simple, but this is all I really need for now. You can obviously make this a lot better if you want. So what you want to do is click on download, make the size as large as possible, click transparent background, and then download. Now there's one more thing I want you to do. Click here on the home page, click on create a design again. Now click on Instagram post. So what you have to create now is something called a favicon. So a favicon is pretty much that little icon you see here, and you obviously don't want it to just be blank, so you want to create something. So I'm just going to add a circle in the background. I'm going to make this black. Just going to make this as large as possible to fit the screen. Okay, now I'm going to add a text, and literally I'm just going to add the letter L since my store is Lashified. I'm going to keep this color white, then I'm going to make this in the background actually the same color that I made my logo. All right, this looks good. So now I'm just going to download it, make it as large as possible, transparent background, download. All right, now we can come back to our Shopify store. Then you can just add the logo here and then add the favicon here. Okay, perfect. I added both of them. Now you do want to make this logo a bit larger. Make it as large as you like. I think I'm going to put it around 230. All right, that's perfect. All right, so there are a few things we do want to customize here. So scroll down, and where it says social media, if you have your social media pages, you can just go ahead and add them here. Now where it says cart, click there. I recommend you choose this option here. I think it's the cleanest. Where it says checkout, click there. Now make sure you go ahead and just add your logo here. Let's scroll down. Now where it says button, I recommend you match the button on your store, which is just black here. So I'm going to just add the color black. All right, that's perfect. Now we're all done. Let's save. So we're all done here from the product page. Next, you want to go ahead and just customize the home page. So click on home page. Now, honestly, we're going to keep this very simple. I'm just going to add a nice image here in the background. So make sure you click on it and then you can just add the image. So I just found this random image on a competitor's site, so I'm going to be using it. For image overlay, I'm going to put it to 70. Now for the text, I'm going to just add something here. So I just put get luscious lashes in minutes. Now for buttons, I'm just going to uncheck this box because I prefer it's solid. Now for the button, what you want to do is just redirect it to your one product. So I'm going to click on products, then click on the product here. Now let's say your store is selling multiple products, then you could just leave it on products. Now if we scroll down here, you have the featured product section and it just shows the product I'm selling. That should be fine. you can just leave this, and that's all you really have to do for the homepage. You're not really going to redirect people to your homepage anyway. You're always going to redirect them to your product page, so most people won't even see this page. Alright, so we're now done with the homepage, so go ahead and just save it. Now just exit here. Now I want you to come to the settings. Where it says profile, click edit. Make sure you add your store name here. For your store email, I actually recommend you create a new email address, one that you do want your customers to contact you at, and just so you're organized, you do want to have a separate email for your Shopify store. Update this information here. You want to change your store currency to whatever you want. I think US dollars is perfect for me. I actually do recommend you put US dollars anyways, because that is the global currency that most people recognize. And now we're all good from this page. Now next, I want you to click here on payments. Now you want to activate Shopify payments. That way customers can actually check out on your store. So just go ahead and add all your information here. All right, and now it's going to ask you for some more information. So make sure you fill out everything here. And once you fill out everything, just click on Complete Account Setup. Okay, now once you have Shopify payments set up, next you can also add PayPal as a payment method so your customers can check out with PayPal. So I actually do recommend you set this up here. And in order to do that, just click on Complete Account Setup and then go through the process here. All right, and that's it for the payment section. Next, click on Checkout. Here, scroll all the way down. Where it says Marketing Options, I would just select this option. Now come to shipping and delivery, click right here. All right, and now you have all your shipping options here. Now, because you are dropshipping, again, I don't recommend you charge shipping. This is up to you, but the way I would do it is just not charging any shipping. So what you want to do is just go ahead and delete every single option in this section. Then come back down to this section as well and delete everything here. And I would also delete this one. Okay, so now you pretty much have no rates. So now you have to add a rate for each of these options. So click add rate and you want to name it free shipping. You're done. Now do the same thing here for international. And then for the US as well. Okay, perfect. Now you have free shipping for all. You're going to have to save it. All right, now we're done from this section. Next, click on taxes and duties. Now, I don't want you to worry about taxes at all. You don't even want to charge taxes initially. The only time you should really worry about taxes is once your store has made, let's say, $3,000 and maybe you're starting to make a decent amount of money. That's when I would actually just contact an accountant and see what they recommend you do and if you should actually start charging tax for your product. But there's really no point in worrying about this right now because it does get complicated depending on where you live. So just leave this blank. Next, I want you to click on markets. Click on this one here. Just make sure you activate it and we're going to save. Let's go back to international. Let's also activate this one and save it. And let's just make sure Canada is activated. Okay, that's perfect. So now you have these 3 markets activated, so customers from these places can purchase your product. Next, you want to click on domains. So now your website URL looks like this, which obviously is not nice. So you're going to want to purchase a domain. So what I recommend is click here, buy new domain. So what I could buy is lashified.ca. So this would be my website URL. And so if you want to buy it, you just click on buy and you go through the process, but I'm not going to buy it for now. Next, click on notifications. Click on customize email templates. So you want to go ahead and just add your logo here. And for the color, you can add whatever you want. I'm going to go with black since that's what the button colors on my store are. All right, so this is what it looks like when a customer purchases a product and they get an email from you. So this looks a lot better and on brand. So go back here. Now make sure for the sender email, you put the email that you have on your store, the email that you want customers to reach you at. For example, I could have made my email lashified.support@gmail.com. And also make sure you do verify this email. You can just send a verification to your email and then go ahead and do that. Now, next I want you to click on policies. So now you're going to do the return, the privacy policy, terms of service, and shipping policy. So what you want to do is actually click on create template for each option here. So you're only going to be needing these 3. So for the return policy, I'm going to go ahead and remove most of this. Okay, and that's pretty much all you need. It just says, you have a 30-day return policy, and if they want to return, they can contact you at your email. Again, always just make sure the email is right. All right, now we're on the privacy policy. What you want to do here is just remove everything that's bolded here in the yellow. All right, for last update, put today's date. Now just look through here and make sure there's nothing in bolded yellow. So if you see anything like this, just go ahead and remove it. So there's a ton of yellow. I'm just going to go ahead and remove everything I see. All right, at the bottom here, I would just remove this section, and then you can say that people are able to email you just if they have any questions, and remove your address as well. Okay, now let's go to terms of service. And here as well, you want to make sure you remove anything that's in yellow bold. If there's nothing, you're all good. At the bottom, I would just go ahead and remove all this as well. You just want to have your email for the contact information, and make sure you're using the right email again. Okay, now that you're done here, click save. All right, now let's go to online store, then navigation. Click here on footer menu. Just go ahead and remove this. Click add menu, and then here you want to search for policies. So you want to add all three of these. So let's go ahead and add the privacy policy first. Then we're also going to add the refund policy. And then lastly, we're going to add the terms of service. Perfect. We're going to save this. Let's go back now and let's click on the main menu. Now go ahead and remove this home and then catalog. I would just click add menu item. Now, if you only have one product like me, I would just go ahead and add this product like that. There you go. And let's make this the first one. But let's say you have multiple products on your store. What I'd actually do is just click on products and then click on all products. And then I would add that instead of the lashified heat curler. But because I only have one product, I don't need this. So that's all I need here, the contact and my product. So let's just save the menu. Now come back to online store, click here, click edit default theme content, search powered, and right here you just want to add a space. That's it. Save it. All right, now we want to go back to our online store. Now it says your store is password protected, but let's go ahead and remove the password. Now click on customize, and we want to make sure our store is 100% done. Just make sure if there's any touch-ups here, you can add them. But as you can see here at the bottom, we have the privacy policy, refund policy, and terms of service. Now there are a few things here we can change. Like for example, up here, if you want to have a banner, you can, but I prefer not to have it. And here at the bottom, I prefer not to have this. So just scroll down and uncheck this box. We can also remove the one here as well. So come to header, scroll down, and then just uncheck this option here. We can save it. So everything looks good here. Let's check the product page. As you can see, everything here looks good as well. And let's check the contact page. So if customers have a question, they're going to fill this out and contact you. So now we're done. Let's exit out. Now you want to view your store as a customer. So this is what your store looks like. Homepage is fine. Let's check out the product page. The product page looks clean. So you want to act like a customer now and add to cart. You want to check out now. All right, as you can see, your checkout page looks pretty clean. And if I were you, I would actually order your product. This way you can see if your product is actually good from AutoDS. And this way you can make sure everything works out smoothly. But now your store is done. I think this looks pretty good. You can obviously add some more features if you want. All right, now if you come back to your Shopify store, on the home page, of course, you'll be able to see your daily sales. In the orders section, you'll be able to see the orders that come through. You can always add more products here if you want. And let's say a customer actually does end up purchasing your product. You can come here to apps, then go to AutoDS. Let's go to AutoDS. All right, and again, as I said before, your orders are going to show up here. And then your product will be shipped out directly to your customer, and that's pretty much it. You're done. This makes the whole dropshipping process extremely simple for you. Now that your store is done, the next step is marketing. Marketing is usually the most challenging part for beginners. They lose a ton of money on paid advertising. As a beginner, I don't recommend you run ads, especially if you have no marketing experience, because likely you will fail. Luckily, I am going to share the marketing strategy that I do recommend you follow. In order to be a successful marketer, you first have to test out organic marketing. This means you have to create your own content and post it on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Thankfully, this will be free. Many dropshipping businesses start off this way. They post a ton of cool content on TikTok and other social media platforms, and then they're able to experiment and see what works best and what doesn't. Chances are, if you're able to get your product to go viral on TikTok organically, you'll then eventually be able to run TikTok ads ads and scale even further. Now here's how you must start this. First, go on Amazon and order your product. Sure, you can order the product from your store, but I prefer Amazon since you can get 1-day shipping. Once you get your product, the next step is to create content with it. As a beginner, you're usually not sure how to create viral content. And so what you want to do is search for your product on TikTok, and you're going to see a ton of videos come up. Now, look at your competitors' videos and see what they're doing. If you stumble upon videos of your product that have performed well, what you'll want to do is save them and then go ahead and recreate them. Sure, you can maybe change up the text a bit, but that shouldn't matter too much. Now, since you're just remaking your competitors' videos, there's a high chance that your videos will also go viral since you're just kind of doing what's already working. Eventually, with trial and error, you're going to find out how to create the best content and scale from there. For example, if you post a video that goes viral, you're definitely going to want to keep recreating that video or different variations of it. It's always important to double down on what's working. If you're ever stuck on what type of content to create, I recommend you go on TikTok and search up Amazon Finds, TikTok Made Me Buy It, and look through those videos and see what other business owners are doing. Now let's move on to my Instagram and Pinterest marketing strategy, which is quite simple. For this, I just recommend reposting your TikToks to both Instagram and Pinterest. I'd say Instagram is very similar to TikTok, so you should see similar results. And so now you'll be posting quality content on TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram, and with time, you will see results. It's important you post anywhere from 1 to 3 videos every single day. If you don't post at least 1 video every single day, it's very unlikely that you'll see any results. Now, let's say you've posted on social media consistently for at least 1 to 2 months. Well, now you're going to have enough information to determine the next step. You're either going to end up having great results or not really have any results at all. If you end up getting a few sales, then I do recommend you scale further with TikTok and Facebook ads. But if you don't end up getting any sales and most of your videos flop, then you might want to consider opening up a new store. And for those of you who are interested in running ads to scale your dropshipping business, I do have a TikTok ads and Facebook ads section in my dropshipping course. If you feel like you need a bit more guidance to be successful in this business, then you can check out my dropshipping course linked in the description of this video. Now that's all for this tutorial. All the best, and I'll see you in my next video.